Hello everyone, this is me again, and this is my video recipe number 2. What I'm going to do today is bake a cake called kovryshka or a honey cake. It's brilliant, it's very easy, and the only two slight things to note about this cake is that it's better to bake it in advance, so 1 or 2 days beforehand, because it's sort of aging very nicely. The other thing is you shall have a special form for it. It's a form with a hole in the middle. It doesn't need to have anything frilly about it, but the hole in the middle shall be there. What you will need is 100 grams of butter, a glass of sugar, a glass of jam. I'm using a blackcurrant jam because I think it's the tastiest in this cake, but ultimately you can use absolutely any cake, and the color of the cake inside will depend on what sort of jam you're using. Then you need 200 grams of creme fraiche, sour cream, a little bit, a teaspoon of baking soda, eggs, and 2 glasses of flour, and then some spices. And that's about it. Let's start baking. We're going to start by melting 100 grams or no, 100 grams of butter in a little pan. We're going to mix this butter with a glass of sugar. This is a mixing bowl. Glass of sugar, a glass of blackcurrant jam. The other really surprising thing about this cake while you're making it, that the mixture, because you mix some jam and other things, will turn out to be a really weird color, but I'm gonna show you slightly later. We're gonna mix in just melted butter. Originally, and that's what English name of this cake suggests, is honey cake, is that it was made not with jam, but with honey. However, my mom always made it with jam, and she used to make it sort of towards the end of winter. That's when we would have leftover jams from my granny, and all the jams that we didn't like, all the jams that were already a little bit too old to really eat. And that's when she would make this cake and use up the unwanted jam. So this mixture is ready, and this is how it looks like. This is actually, I think, a very pretty color, but you wait until we add sour cream. So now eggs. Now we're adding eggs. With eggs, we need to separate them, so we need to beat in yolk and white separately. Right, done. New bowl. Now I'm mixing 2 egg yolks, and now 2 glasses of flour. This is glass number 1. Maybe add glass, mix, and then add another glass. The second glass of flour is mixed in, and just to give you an idea of texture, it's sort of like this. And yes, you can see the color is a little bit bizarre. Next to the last steps is adding some spices. I put cinnamon, but not too much. I do put cloves that I really like, and this I'm trying to make it more cloves than cinnamon, this particular cake. And also I do put nutmeg and a little bit of mixed spice, but to be perfectly honest, it's I don't have at the moment, I don't have ginger. It's for the sake of ginger. And now the last part of the recipe, or the last part of the ingredients to be mixed, is egg whites. They need to be whisked quite well, and then very slowly added into the texture. and then slowly pouring it to our mixture. Like this. And that's that, pretty much. That is your cake done. Now it's up to the oven. The only other thing, with the cake tin, warm it a little bit on the hob. There is a little piece of butter there. Butter all the surface and take some breadcrumbs and scatter it over, and that will assure that your cake will not stick, and so it's not gonna burn, and it's gonna be very easy to get it out of the tin later on once it's baked. The tin is covered with, or more or less covered with breadcrumbs. Our mixture is ready, and now it's just the case of spooning it inside. For this cake you don't need to pre-warm your oven, so it needs to be actually cold when you put your honey cake in. You just stick it in the oven, 180 degrees for about an hour, or for an hour. It's been an hour since the kavarishka, since the honey cake is inside. My cake is ready. Carefully flip it, and if all is well, with a bit of a shake, the little thing comes out, and voila! Well, that's how it looks, and I'm gonna let it cool, and after that I'm gonna put a little bit of icing sugar on top of it. I'm using a little sieve to put icing sugar over, because that distributes it more evenly. Bon appétit!